In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to use the Divi Builder search module. The search module quite simply adds a search form to your page that allows your user to search your website based on specific parameters that you set within the module settings. This is much like the search widget that you might be used to adding to your sidebar and footer area, the only difference being that this is a Divi Builder module, which means you can place it anywhere on your page. You're not limited to your widget-ready areas. Now, for example, here I have a basic shop built out. And let's say above the list of products here, I would like to add a search bar. To do that, you can use the search module. So I'm going to head over to the builder page here. And right above the shop module, I'm going to insert the search module. So I'm going to click Insert Modules and look for the search module, which will be down towards the bottom here. And clicking the search module will bring up the various module settings. As with every Divi Builder module, the settings are broken up into 3 tabs: General Settings, Advanced Design Settings, and Custom CSS. As a general rule of thumb, everything you need to create a great website using Divi can be found inside the module's General Settings tab. But if you want to get a little bit more advanced and adjust the design a bit more, then you can hop over to the Advanced Design Settings. And here you can adjust absolutely everything. You can adjust colors, sizing, spacing, fonts, all that great stuff. And if you want to get even more advanced, you can jump over to the Custom CSS tab, which allows you to apply CSS IDs, classes, and also custom CSS for every individual element within this particular module. Now, we have some additional tutorials that go over these settings in a bit more detail, so be sure to check those out. But in this tutorial, I'm just going to focus on the General Settings tab. So I'm going to hop back over here to the General Settings and go over each of these settings in a bit more detail. And when we're done with that, I'll build out the module with a couple different configurations to show you how these different settings work. So first up is the text color option. If you're creating a search module on top of a light colored background, you're going to want to use dark text and vice versa. You can also adjust the text orientation, whether it be left, right, or center, and this will adjust where the search module is placed within the row. Within the search results, you can also customize what appears in those results. So you can have the search module exclude pages or exclude posts. If you want to just search posts or just search pages, that's possible. And you can toggle those on and off. For example, I might want to exclude pages here since we're really just dealing with posts and not pages. If you are including posts in your search results, you can disable certain categories as well. So here's a list of all the categories I've created, and I can toggle any of these off. And if I, for example, toggle off the design category, when someone searches using this particular search widget, no posts from the design category are going to show up at all. So you might want to tailor your search widget or your search module to the actual page you're working with. So if you're on, your portfolio page, for example, and you have a bunch of posts in a design category, you might want to exclude everything except for that design category, so when they search, they get a more intuitive list of results. You can also choose to hide the search button or show the search button. If it's hidden, then the user will have to press enter to search, but that's pretty common, so if you want to make things a little bit cleaner, you can turn off that search button. You can also adjust the placeholder text, which is the text that appears when no text has been entered into the search module yet. So you might want to say search this site or search here, that kind of stuff. If you leave it blank, then the default text will appear. And finally, we have the 2 settings that every module comes with, which is the disable setting, which allows you to disable the module on certain breakpoints. For example, you could enable the module on desktop, but disable it on phone and tablet, or any other combination that you see fit. And finally, we have the admin label, which simply adjusts the label on the module itself within the Divi Builder interface to make it easier to identify what this particular module is. And if at any time you want to get a preview of what you're working with, you can click the preview icon here, and that'll show you all the modules within your current row. So I have our shop module, and then below here we have our search module, and so that's what it looks like so far. So I'm going to go ahead and save and exit. I'm going to drag that search module to the top because I want it to be at the top. And I'm going to click Update, and then we can take a look at our page. Let's head back over here and refresh. And you can see the search module has been added to the top. Now, by default, the search module takes up the full width of the column. So in this case, I'm using a full width or a 1-column row, which means that this search module is going to extend the entire width. But if I want to adjust that, I can do that as well. So I might want to add a new row here, make it a quarter column or a third column, try quarter column, drag it up, and I can place the search module over here instead. And this is a bit closer to what I was hoping to do. It even matches up with the grid here and looks a little bit better. So heading back over to that search module, just to show you a couple more of those settings and what they do. For example, hiding the search button, if I were to do that. And like I said, at any time you can get a preview here. So if I hide the search button, take a look here, the search button's gone. If they search, they would have to click enter instead of clicking the button. The placeholder text, I could enter some placeholder text. And like I said, that'll be placed here before text is written. And when you write text, it'll overwrite that. So I might want to search products, etc. And just to touch briefly on the advanced design settings, I said I wasn't going to go into those in too much detail. But just to give you an idea of what's possible here, you can really adjust absolutely everything about the module. So you could adjust the colors, for example. Maybe you want to adjust the font. So we could change the font to something else. Let's choose Arvo, and I could also make it bold and uppercase. I might want to even adjust the font size a little bit, make it a little bigger. And then you can also choose different colors as well. So I could adjust the input field background color. Maybe I really want to make this completely different, make it a solid background. Maybe make the border color solid as well. And then make the text color light instead. So maybe make this white. And we can take a look there. I should have a purple search widget now with some bigger text and a purple background. And so yeah, it gives you an idea of what you can do with the advanced design settings here. So I'm going to update and take a look at the final result here. There we go. As you can see, I probably made that text a bit too big for the placeholder text we're using, so we can go back and adjust that if we like. But yeah, it's just an example of how you can use the advanced design settings to completely change the appearance of the module. And that is a basic overview of the search module.